Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're tackling a goal that honestly feels like climbing Mount Everest to most of us. But guess what? It's actually completely doable once you have the right map. We're going to break down exactly how to save $10,000 in just 6 months. And here is the absolute best part. We're looking at this through the lens of a completely relatable average income. We're talking a $40,000 salary, living right here in America, dealing with real bills, real rent, the whole shebang. So if you've ever felt like building a safety net is just, impossible on a normal paycheck, this explainer is literally built specifically for you. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. Think of this not as a boring table of contents, but as a clear 5-stop journey from $200 to 10 grand. We'll cover escaping the paycheck trap, building your savings engine, plugging your money leaks, accelerating your timeline, and finally, mapping out your exact road to 10K. All right, stop number 1, escaping the paycheck trap. It's time for a quick reality check because let's be real, balancing rent, car payments, and having absolutely zero left over is a stressful cycle most of us know way too well.
Now, going from a couple $100 in your checking account to over $10,000 in savings in just half a year, I know, it sounds like magic. It looks like an impossible leap. But I want to build some immediate confidence for you right now. This is not a fantasy. It's a structural transformation. The bridge between these two numbers is purely mathematical.
To prove that, our source lays it out perfectly. No crypto, no get-rich-quick scheme, just a dead simple system. You absolutely do not need to bet your livelihood on some volatile, crazy market. You just need a system. And that entire system, it begins with one massive behavioral shift. You have to stop trying to save whatever is left at the end of the month. Because, let's be honest, is there ever actually anything left? No way! We have to move from this reactive, hoping for the best strategy, to a proactive system where your saving happens by design, not by chance. Which brings us to section 2, building your savings engine. Step 1 is the famous 50-30-20 rule. This right here is where we start giving every single dollar a job. The whole idea is to split every paycheck you get into 3 specific buckets. 50% covers your absolute non-negotiable needs, so think rent, food, and utilities. 30% goes to your wants, because hey, we still need to have some fun. But the real magic happens in that final slice. 20% goes straight into savings the literal second you get paid. Seriously, don't wait, route it immediately. Let's make that abstract percentage feel super concrete for a second. If you're on a $40,000 salary, 20% of your take-home pay translates to roughly $667 a month. That is the number you are paying yourself first. That is your new savings engine actively working for you. So the crucial point is, when you consistently apply that $667 over the course of 6 months, it actually compounds into a massive $4,000 base. Just by flipping the script, changing your order of operations and saving first, you're already almost halfway to your $10,000 goal. Pretty crazy, right? All right, let's move into section 3, plugging your money leaks. We're shifting gears from proactive saving to defensive saving. Now, this leaked money is often completely invisible to us until you actually sit down and audit your bank statements. It's wild. By combing through the charges, our source found $340 a month just bleeding out to overlapping streaming services, a gym they never went to, and totally forgotten apps. Look, canceling these non-essentials instantly stops the bleeding. You might be thinking, oh, it's just a $10 app here, a $20 membership there, what's the big deal? But recovering that leaked $340 multiplies beautifully. As you can see here, over our 6-month time frame, simply clicking cancel adds a staggering $2,040 to our running total. That is huge. That brings us to step 3 of our defensive strategy, the no spend challenge. The rules for this are beautifully simple. You're going to pick 1 week, every single month, where you spend absolutely $0 on anything that isn't a fixed bill or basic groceries. I mean it. No eating out, no late-night Amazon scrolling, no impulse grabs at the checkout counter, just 1 week of total financial lockdown each month. And the result of that, one single no-spend week saves the average person roughly $150 to $200 a month in random leakage. Over 6 months, that drops a clean, crisp $1,000 straight into your savings bucket. It's a fantastic exercise in self-discipline, and it obviously pays off big time. Moving right along to section 4, accelerating your timeline. This is where we look at multipliers, making your saved money actually work for you to speed up the whole process. To make your money work, you need the right tool for the job, and that is a high yield savings account, or HYSA. Now, if you're a novice saver, an HYSA is simply a deposit account that pays a way higher interest rate, usually around 4 to 5%, compared to a traditional savings account. If you're still using a regular bank giving you a fraction of a percent, you are literally leaving free money on the table. Moving your cash to an HYSA is a totally vital, non-negotiable step on this roadmap. But hey, just opening the account isn't quite enough. You have to automate it. Set up automatic transfers to this HYSA every single payday. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. You cannot spend what you don't even see in your checking account. And because that money was sitting in an account yielding 4 to 5%, the interest alone earned an extra $200 over our 6-month period. Free money, guys, just for putting it in the right place. Which leads us to step 5, our final accelerator, the extra income trick. Listen, you don't need a grueling second job for this. You just need to declutter. Look around your house right now. You have unused capital just sitting there collecting dust in your closets and garage. By spending maybe a few hours listing old electronics, unworn clothes, or unused furniture on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, you're creating a really powerful temporary side hustle. By turning those unused physical items into liquid cash, this simple decluttering hustle generated an incredible $1,800 for the savings goal. That is money that was already yours. It was just trapped in the form of an old iPhone or some jacket you literally never wear. All right, section 5, your roadmap to 10K. We've reached the climax of our explainer. Let's move to and see how this builds, because it's time to prove the math.
Here is your literal receipt of success. Let's look at the numbers. The 50-30-20 rule gave us our base of $4,000. Cutting those sneaky subscriptions added $2,040. Running one no-spend week a month added a clean $1,000. The HYSA interest gave us $200 for free. And selling unused stuff injected $1,800. Total it all up, and you hit exactly $9,040. That leaves you just a few tiny budget tweaks away from a perfect 10 grand. See, the math absolutely works. So here is your ultimate actionable roadmap to real financial security. 1. Adopt the 50-30-20 rule. 2. Audit and cut the subscriptions. 3. Run your monthly no-spend weeks. 4. Automate your savings straight into a high-yield account. And 5. Sell your unused items. These are small, totally manageable actions that compound into massive, life-changing results. Now, I want to hear from you. If hitting 10 grand in 6 months is really just a matter of mathematical leverage, what happens if you apply this exact same blueprint for a full year or even 2 years? What is your ultimate savings goal now that you actually know the formula? Drop your specific number in the comments below. If this explainer gave you some clarity today, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe so we can keep building your financial future together. See you in the next one.